silently over vast green paddies, a story as old as time is told. Not with words, but with hands, with rhythm, with togetherness. This is the story of the rice harvest. But here in Java, harvesting rice is more than just agriculture. It is philosophy, it is ritual, and above all, it is a reflection of unity, a living practice known as Gotong Royong. In Javanese villages, when it's time to harvest rice, the owner of the land does not call a company or hire workers. Instead, they call their neighbors. Or sometimes, they don't even have to call because the community already knows. It is time. Without contracts or calculations, people come together. Men and women, young and old, everyone plays a part. With simple tools, shared laughter, and songs passed down through generations, the harvest begins. This is Gotong Royong, a concept that holds deep meaning in Indonesian culture, especially among the Javanese. It means mutual cooperation, working together for a shared goal, not for money, but for harmony and balance. Those who come to help are not paid in cash. Instead, they receive part of the harvest, stalks, leaves, sometimes bundles of rice husks. It may not seem like much, but for many, it's enough. These parts of the plant become feed for the livestock, especially cows, which rely on the dried stalks as a vital food source. So while the landowner receives the grain, the helpers receive what is left, and nothing is wasted. This is how the Javanese live, in harmony with each other, in respect for nature, and in a rhythm that has continued for centuries. But let's take a step further into the life of a Javanese farmer. A full harvest cycle takes about 3 months. Day after day, they work the land, plowing, planting, weeding, waiting, all under the scorching sun or heavy rains. When the golden grains are finally ready, it is a moment of celebration, but also of uncertainty, because despite the labor, the income is small. Middlemen, known locally as tengkulak, often buy rice at very low prices, too low to cover the effort, too low to support a family. So what do the farmers do? They keep most of the rice for themselves, stored in sacks, used daily to feed their families, shared with relatives. A small part may be sold, but much of it stays home. Because for them, rice is not just a product, it is survival, it is daily life. And so, the rice harvested is not the farmer's wealth, it is their breath, their strength, their tomorrow. Before the first stalk is ever cut, there is a ceremony. It's called Wiwitan. Wiwitan is an ancient Javanese tradition, a ritual of gratitude held before the harvest begins. It honors Dewi Sri, the goddess of rice and fertility, a symbol of prosperity and life. In this ritual, offerings are prepared, often simple but symbolic: rice cones, flowers, fruits, and traditional snacks. Music may be played, prayers are spoken, and with heartfelt respect, the first stalk is cut, not by accident, but with intention. This moment marks the sacred beginning of the harvest. Wiwitan is more than ceremony. It is a reminder that the land is not just soil, but spirit, that food is not just fuel, but a blessing, that every grain of rice carries with it the story of nature, of time, and of people. But in today's world, Wiwitan is fading. Many young people have left the villages. They seek modern lives in cities. Technology has entered the farms. Machines replace hands. Plastic sacks replace woven baskets. Silent fields replace the sound of song and stories. The traditions of old are being left behind. Still, not all is lost. In some corners of Java, small villages continue to practice Wiwitan. Families still invite neighbors. Elders still chant the prayers. And children, if they are lucky, still learn from their grandparents about how rice is not simply grown, but honored. So what does the rice harvest teach us? It teaches us that life is not just about production, but connection. That helping one another without asking for return builds something more valuable than wealth. It builds trust. It builds belonging. It teaches us that traditions, even the quiet ones, carry the wisdom of those who came before us. And above all, it teaches us to be thankful to the earth, to the sky, and to each other. In Java, rice is more than food. It is the rhythm of life, the bond between neighbors, the prayer of the past, and the hope of the future.